What's good, y'all? It's the BAM, and make sure y'all check out this episode of Mind Over Matter with my boy Ashwin Gaines. We done talked about everything on this thing. Everything. So make sure you tap in.
This is Ashwin Gane. This is Mind Over Matter. We're still here in Atlanta, and I have a very special guest here with me, Bambi. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
What's up, y'all? It's the BAM. I'm up in this thing. Mind Over Matter.
Yeah, you heard her, Mind Over Matter. There's a reason why I always like to let people introduce themselves, because what interviews do is they kind of like put words in your mouth. So I don't like to do that.
Okay.
I like to let people speak for themselves.
Yeah. Well, I'm the BAM. You know what I'm saying? I got all kind of BAMness going on over here.
Yeah, I can see that because you got the inspector code. The inspector couldn't make it, but he would like the code.
Exactly. I was trying to match your vibe, but I thought the inspector was gonna be here.
Yeah,
we kind of got the same hair vibe though.
Yeah, that's true. We got the same hairstyle.
Yep, I like that.
Yeah, but inspector, yeah, he's on break.
Yeah. Okay.
He normally doesn't come out.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because your hair is actually really, really nice.
Oh, come on.
You want to sell it?
I'm thinking most of me. Maybe I can have a wig line.
Exactly.
Ashwin Gane wigs.
Exactly. Yeah. I want the Ashwin wave.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna call that.
The wave, okay.
Ashwin wave.
Yeah, that's what Jeezy said too. I met him before, and he said he wanted my hair. I'm like, you want me to cut my hair off? I can put it on you. I want to see Jeezy with my hair.
His daughter.
Yeah.
That's him with hair.
Oh, okay. I gotta go look then.
Yeah. Super cute. Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you think about when did we film it? 2 days ago?
Yeah, a couple of days ago. It was really interesting. I really appreciated doing something different. It was a breath of fresh air, Everything seems to be like the same these days with artists and their concepts and the music and everything. So it definitely was a breath of fresh air.
And for me, it's actually easier to do it that way than the other way, because if I try to do it the standard way, it just doesn't. It kind of doesn't match with me.
For sure.
It seems even more odd.
Yeah.
And doing the quirky detective, that it just works for me.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. And it's a whole different persona than you sitting here right now. So I love it.
Yeah, but obviously,
you kind of ghetto.
I'm kind of. What makes you say that?
That smoke alarm.
Yeah, that's all front.
You didn't hear that, huh?
Yeah.
Did you hear it or you didn't?
I heard it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, if you didn't hear it, you real ghetto.
So, what does that mean to be ghetto? Because people say that but it has multiple meanings.
Yeah, I can say. Well, I don't know.
Because I don't think I can say that. If I say that,
I don't know if you can say that, but it's just a black people joke. See?
Yeah, I mean, I know what it means. I just can't say it.
For sure.
Because if you hear someone who's, if you hear a white man say, "Oh, that was,"
oh yeah, he's out of pocket.
Yeah,
completely out of pocket.
I don't want to go to the fill in the blank.
For sure. Yeah.
They need to stay
in their pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really can mean a lot, but in the black community, it can be a good thing.
Yeah. I love being ghetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of amazing. Like you take a word and you have a different context, and now you have a whole new meaning.
For sure. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, but going back to I guess what we filmed, obviously I didn't really tell you anything.
You didn't.
It was thrown in front of you. So what were you before you got there? What was running through your mind?
Oh, honestly, I was like, I'll get here, I'll figure out what the concept is, and we'll just knock it out. But I did expect for it to be kind of typical, rapper style, whatever. But as soon as we got there and I saw you, and then we started going through it, I was just like, okay, this is cool. This is different. It actually was a lot more comfortable for me being in that space. Because you were actually doing something creative and not just, having people sit around at a video shoot.
Yeah, because I feel uncomfortable when I do that.
Yeah.
The the typical. The typical. I feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah. I love the way that technology is advancing people and people are just having to become more creative as artists.
Yeah, I don't know if Fred sent the AI, like
You did?
he sent the AI videos.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was kind of like my storyboard, so to
Sure.
speak. So I think it's very powerful AI because when I made that music video, Flip, that in fact that was my directorial debut. I use a lot of AI to help. I took out the middleman.
Nice. You did it yourself
Uh,
or you have fun?
I have a team of people, but I came up with storyboard using AI.
Sure.
And the wardrobe. But
Okay.
there's, I don't know, 20 characters, and I dressed them all
Nice.
using AI. But back then, for AI, I would have to go hire a so-called stylist, and they would come up with something, and I say, hey, that's not what I'm looking for. And it's only like 20, like I want 100%, you give me 20%.
Yeah, for sure.
But so I would say AI almost jump started my this new thing for me.
I love that. It's like a rebrand.
Yeah, it is a rebrand because
Okay.
I was doing the typical before, so this is actually the perfect time to meet me because now you get to see what I really do.
I love it. Yeah.
But because I'm in the mansion and I have 40 women all around me, and I mean, I didn't want to do it per se.
You just thought that kind of was like what you had to
The
do.
requirement,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it was R&B, it was like an R&B pop rap song. So I'm like, it's not the time to do Guillermo del Toro gothic horror. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Flipback, I had this new angle. Like I know how to attack it because I was going to do I'm going to be the flipper. I call
Right,
it.
right, right. Yeah.
So my original idea was I'm going to be walking around stealing all these women from. It was going to be it was going to be comedic from the
Okay.
start, but
Yeah.
and I realized I don't have to be, like the song
Yeah.
because the song is like a movie.
Yep.
When you're you don't go up to an actor and say, well, why aren't you killing people? You kill people in that movie. I want you to kill people in real life.
Yeah.
You don't do that. I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure you know that too. As,
Mhm.
with reality TV, it's not necessarily who you are. You're playing a different version of yourself.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah. But I feel you though, 100%.
So I guess what is your approach to handling that? Because I don't really know much about reality TV.
Yeah.
I'm not educated about that. So you would have to educate
Yeah.
me.
I think what reality TV does is it exposes you to different situations that you would not ordinarily be in your everyday life. So that creates a different persona. So like in my everyday life, um, I don't have friends that will say, "Hey, this person said that, and I'm gonna tell this person this or that." And so when you have that in reality TV, it absolutely creates a different persona because now you have to like take an approach that you would not have taken. So in a sense, yeah, you are in a different sort of character, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. But so did it come up with a storyline? Like or does it just happen
Well,
again?
I mean, the storylines are definitely based off of your life, whatever you have going on at the time. And then is just heightened by you being in places and environments that you wouldn't ordinarily be in. So, like, I could be going through a divorce, and then I have two cast members around me, and they handle things differently than my friends who are not on camera would handle. So, it just creates a different vibe, right? You react different, you get put in different situations. You're still being yourself and it's still real life, but there are just some elements there that kind of like heightens things.
So do you ever like film something and they say, "Boy, do it again"? Does that ever happen?
Oh, they may want to get you to like re-enter a scene or something just technical, but not necessarily like emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like however you say it and however you feel, that's it. But if they didn't catch a certain angle, if you like walking into a scene or walking out or something, then they may have you do that part again.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I always wondered, like,
Oh no, it's no like cut. Okay, say that line again. No, it's not like that at all.
No.
Yeah.
Because I think if I was the director, I would say, do it again.
Oh hell no.
I Your reaction is kind of weak there.
Yeah,
You got to do
no.
it 20 times
I
over.
think what makes the audience love us is like those the authenticity of it. You know what I'm saying? Because certain people, can get news and they'll break down and cry and they'll scream, and then there's another person who can get the same kind of news and they'll just be like, okay, that, you know what I'm saying? So I think we relate to so many different people because people respond to things differently.
Okay, I want to hit you with. I'm gonna throw a curveball here.
Sure.
What do you think would happen if I was on the show?
um Honestly, in my honest true opinion, I think it would, especially in Atlanta, what I've learned about people in Atlanta is that they are fascinated with the how can I say this? They're fascinated by things or people who are different from them. So if somebody who looks like you have a different vibe, you're not from here, they would automatically be drawn to you because they will be looking at you like, oh my God, who's he? Like, what is he doing? Like, what's going on? Um, that's the vibe that I get from Atlanta. So you would be well received, I think.
Yeah, I guess like, but from a storyline perspective, and I don't know if you could call it a storyline, but
Yeah.
however you want to label it.
Well,
Like I would just be standing around.
I mean, do you have a girlfriend?
No,
Do you want a girlfriend?
why not? I won't say no.
Okay. Do you Are you the type of person that would like go holler at somebody else's girlfriend?
No, not really.
Do you have any friends that have been with your girlfriend or one of your girlfriends?
No,
Are you messy?
no, I'm not messing.
You would not be a good candidate.
Yeah, that's what else.
I'm joking. Sometimes, when you get in the mix, you just become a part of the environment and you'll figure it out.
I feel like it would just be like completely at odds.
Yeah, but you have to be comfortable with giving your opinion on shit that you wouldn't ordinarily care about.
So I
So
would comment on like, oh, you said that. Now I had to give my opinion on that.
exactly. So if somebody is, you know, getting married or somebody's having a baby, ordinarily you'll probably just be like, okay, great, congratulations. But if you're on this show, you're gonna be like, well, why is she pregnant by him when he was just over there doing that? Like you have to really, come outside of your head. The things that people think and the thoughts that stay in your head, they have to come out.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was always like, I always used to wonder.
Yeah.
Because sometimes VH1 would just be on the back, and I would see these reality TV shows go on, like, and I always wondered how does it work.
Yeah. You just have to let your intrusive thoughts control you.
Oh boy, I don't know what would happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be a disaster.
Well, possibly, but we've all been through it. I've been through some disastrous moments.
Yeah, so what was your, okay, if you don't mind me asking, what would you say was your most disastrous moment since you brought it up?
Um, I don't know. I think just like navigating life after a divorce on that show was very, very, it's something that I can't even look back and watch. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, not talk about it with you, but it was just a time where a lot was happening. And so, yeah, a lot of people had opinions. A lot of people were, just not very empathetic. There was just a lot happening.
Do you ever go like off camera after someone made a comment like, "Hey, why do you say that?" Or like, does that
All
ever
the
happen?
time. I'd be like, excuse me? Like, well, I mean, what was happening? Like, you got a little out of pocket on camera. And that's not really the vibe we have off camera. People do that a lot.
So that's kind of why I say acting,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
But again, that goes back to people just heightening situations. And I don't necessarily even think that is acting. Like some of these people, they just, I don't know, they just get in a space when they're on camera, and some people truly become who they
Really are.
really are or who they want to be. Yeah.
It's a deep insight right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did notice that, well, what you mentioned about Atlanta. I do feel like people are more open.
Yeah.
You go to
They're groupies.
their groupies.
Yeah. They just like, oh, who is he? Where's he from? We never seen him before. He got that nice Indian hair. Oh, what's up? He must got a bag. That's how they look at you.
I always like whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, he got a bag," I'm like, oh no, it's time for me to run away.
Exactly. Run.
No.
Get the hell out of here.
I always want people. I mean, look, you want people to think you're doing well, but I always want to think I don't have a bag.
You don't want to be a lick.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah.
So I always try to be, being humble is I am generally humble, but I try to really be humble for that reason. It's also a strategy. Like this is how to survive.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, one of these days you're gonna start popping your shit. But you gotta be out of sight.
Yeah, I'm being popping my collar.
You can't be rolling around in East Point.
Yeah. I'm be like 3-6 Mafia popping my collar. That's what I mean.
Go for it.
You ever listen to 3-6 Mafia?
Not really, but I have.
Yeah, I say they're like legends. Like
Yeah.
whatever's going on now is all based on what they did.
I agree. Like a lot of they had a lot of influence.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it. I was about to say something. Maybe I'll say it.
Say it.
We're listening to a little Scrappy before he came in.
Oh, that's okay. I was too.
And I was like, this song sounds like he sounds like DJ Paul right now, like on the song.
Okay.
Like it sounds exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense because I mean I'm from California. I'm from the West Coast, so not that we didn't indulge in that type of music. I was just more like I just consumed more of like the West Coast sound growing up. So yeah, I'm not really that educated on like where all the sounds from the South originated, to be honest.
Dr. Dre, he's like my role model.
Okay.
I think he's probably my favorite producer of all time, period.
Yeah.
Or top musician, top 10.
For sure.
Top 5, not top 10, top 5.
Period.
Yeah, one of the best.
I agree.
Any favorite albums or songs? Actually, album first. I mean, he only has 2. I mean,
what, Dre?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're going to have to go with the Chronic.
Well, Chronic 2 or Chronic 1?
1, classic.
I like 2001 better.
Okay. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Why? What songs were on 2001? I can't even remember.
Next episode, still Dre. Forgot About Dre.
Okay. Yeah.
Explosive. Big Ego.
Oh yeah, that was one. That was one of them ones too. It was. Yeah.
I feel like that's like where he found this sound.
I think so.
Yeah, because what he was doing before, he's just sampling Parliament and Funkadelic, and
Sure. Yeah.
it's cool, but like he really created the Dre West Coast.
Yeah.
Like he basically made the West Coast Bantu's sound twice. That's really impressive.
For sure.
But I think that second year lasted longer.
Yeah. Well, the thing about when I go back home to California and you turn on the radio or anything, like that's all you are hearing. It's kind of like 90s and early 2000s music still. So it's just like, that's the sound and it don't go away. And I appreciate it. Every time I get off the plane, I just turn the radio on. I don't listen to radio in any other city, but I actually turn the radio on when I get to LA. And yeah, like it gives everything 90s and 2000s.
Oh man, you're lucky. That was a great era. That's probably one of my favorite hip hop era.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Sorry, I know all the trap guys. Like, I'm sorry, but that was the best era.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care what anyone has to say. Like 808 is cool, but the Dr. Dre drums, you can't beat that.
I love it.
And that's what I was doing as a kid. I was like, I need to recreate a Dr. Dre drums. How do I do it?
Do you make beats too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I started. I started as a record producer in music, that is.
Yeah.
And then became a recording artist. So
Okay.
I'm really a one-man army.
Sure. I would love that.
I direct. Really what I am is I'm a storyteller who uses multiple art forms. So one day I may rap. I may do a Disney musical the next day, but I like to try to have everything in my toolkit.
Yeah.
So whenever I want to tell a story a certain way, I can just do it. Fresh out. That's kind of like my approach. I don't know. The fun fact about the West Coast, that whole era, a lot of the big rappers are not from the West Coast.
No, they're not.
Like Tupac, he's from New York.
Exactly.
Tupac he's a very fascinating character to me.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite like personas. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed his vibes.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing with Tupac is I feel like we're near the end of his life. Unfortunately, I feel like he lost track of who he was.
Mm.
Like he started becoming the character.
Oh yeah. I mean, it happens, you know? Like it really happens, especially in LA. That's not really a place where you can get caught up and consumed with being a character because it's really, really real out there. And yeah, it was unfortunate, you know?
Yeah, it really is. But he was like a lot of actors. He was an actor.
Yeah.
So
Just all around artist, you know?
yeah,
Like
he really is a true artist. And, he started becoming the gangster. Like he's not a gangster.
yeah.
No, he was an artist.
Right. Yep.
So it's very unfortunate. But Tupac's abilities to like his background, like like the way does his in and outs is like I don't think anyone could do it like.
Yeah.
Like I love hearing Tupac and then you hear two Tupacs at the same time. Like he was one of the best at doing it.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? When I record, I record like myself double like that, and a lot of people they don't really like it. They don't really. Well, I'm not gonna say they don't like it, but a lot of people comment on it. They're like, "Let's just hear like one track, like your raw vocals," and I'm like, maybe I'm so accustomed to hearing music like that that's the way I have to like record mine. So
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I've been doing single track mono vocals too for quite a bit of time. And the next record I'm putting out is called D&D. I did the background stacks and
yeah,
I was trying to bring back some of that 50 Cent Tupac stuff.
okay, yeah,
But I think you just have to be really technical with it so people don't notice because there are a lot of doubles. People,
yeah.
even on these modern records,
Yeah.
but you just don't notice as much.
Yeah, no, that's true. The mixing and producing and all that stuff definitely is cheap.
I think they just turned down now.
Yeah.
Like Glorilla is doing a lot of backgrounds.
Mm-hmm. And I like it.
I think all those Memphis artists, they're kind of like doing the background stacks. Like, yeah.
I actually really love it. I think that was one of the reasons I liked Glorilla when I first heard her. I just love like the sound is just so like strong and powerful. Like I love it.
But, Drake came in and like, now it's just mono, one vocal, no ad-libs, nothing. But I think that works for Drake because Drake's whole style is like, I'm talking to you right now.
Exactly. It's a whole different vibe and stuff. Yeah.
But like, imagine Jeezy, no stacks.
Yeah.
I mean,
can't.
it's cool, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you could get away with stacks. You just had to.
Yeah, because my voice is so kind of small, and I don't like the high pitched sound as like a rapper. I don't really like that.
So do you like the whole thing double or just like in and outs?
Yeah, I do the whole thing double, and I do in and outs.
Okay, so Pop Smoke did he did all he didn't do in and outs. So he just doubled the whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you just had to turn down like 10 dB or 12 dB or what have you.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means. I wish I did though. Like maybe I can come to a studio session with you one day and you can kind of show me.
Oh yeah, I
Show
would
me the
love.
board a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but nowadays you can all do it digital. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, you don't need a board. The board is not needed.
That's out.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. It's just there for
It's there for
decoration.
yeah,
Looking
yeah.
cute.
No one
Yeah.
uses it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like,
I figured that.
or what do you need to do? I mean, this is technical, but it's still helpful to know. Move your if you're gonna do doubles, got to pan all the way to the left, the other one to the right. Put it down, 12 low in the mix, so on your hooks. I've been trying this because I've been trying to find out how do I do it and make it modern.
Okay.
Because I know how to do the old school in and outs where it's obvious, but I've been working on that.
It's just like blending it out better,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
you had to be really, really on point. I mean, but the sexy red is not on point, but that's part of the appeal. It's like, it's
Absolutely.
grimier, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's very raw, you know?
So I think you could get away with it now. Like,
Yeah.
you probably could.
Yeah.
Like, now that it's coming in, that sound is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you probably could double it now.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't planning on switching my shit up for nobody, you know? Because that's the part of being an artist, right? You got to hear it. And then I have like a core group of people who they appreciate what I do. And for me, you know, those are the people that started with me and they still here and they're like gain some new ones on the way, then that's cute too. But, you know, you go in there and you do what you feel as an artist, right?
So any new music you've been working on, or
I have not been working on anything. Actually, I've been working on balancing my life as a mother and a full time just workaholic.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
Like even me, like I don't make songs every day.
Yeah.
Like most of my because it's great to be a one man army, but I have to handle my marketing. I had to handle writing my treatment. I had to handle my storyboard. So my ability to sit around at my computer and write music all day, I just can't do that.
Be right. Yeah. No.
But I have so much in my vault now, and I'm gonna pull this out when I need it.
Yeah.
Now I'm selective.
For sure. I think that's a great way to be. You know, you can go in and lock in and have stuff in the arsenal and then just bring it out.
Exactly, and I have a really crazy recording process, but I mean, I had to figure it out. I recorded a song 5 times
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, you gotta get it to sound the way you envision, right? You kind of can hear one thing, and then when you put it down, it may not be that. So then you do it over. You hear something, you want to change it. So I think that's a great way to go about it.
And they say, I think they're lying. I know they're lying, by the way, but I made 5 hits in one night. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, I don't buy that. Yeah, I just freestyled. I just wrote 7 hits in one night.
I guess it depends on like the some of these cult followings are able to do things like that because their following they don't care what it is. They just want it. They just want it. Like they, like NBA young boy. I can see that from him
Yeah.
because he can just go in there all night and he can put out some stuff and his people they gonna want it. They don't care what it is. They are going to get it.
Because, Future claims that he can do that.
I think he can too. I've actually seen him work in the studio, and I think he is one of those people that can 100% do that.
But I also hear he re-records.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. But I mean, if you put the song down and you create the song, then you move on to the next one and you have to come back and do them later. That's still, you still made 5 hits in a night, right?
That's true. It's a little loophole.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, whenever I say I'm done with it, like I had to be done for me to say I made it.
Okay. Yeah. I think, to each his own, right? You put something down, you get a good concept, and then you be like, okay, this is one of those ones. I'll finish it later. Or I'll redo it another time.
Oh, do you have any of those in your hard drive?
100%. Yeah, because sometimes I just get those moments where I go and I record and when I get a chance. And so I have a whole lot of stuff and then I'll listen to it, and then I'm like, okay, I can do that one over next time I go to the studio.
Okay, so I guess. So you go to the studio and then you record. Okay.
Yeah.
because I have a home studio. It's very competitive, so it's obviously it gives me an advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Most of the time though, before I get there, I have written some stuff because I don't really have the luxury of being able to post stuff all night in the studio. I got to get home to my kids. So, yeah, I'll probably like write some stuff before I get there, record it, and then listen to it and decide if I need to record it over another time.
So do you have like a trusted engineer or just like
I do. I have an engineer who I love. His name is Kurt, and I've been working with him for probably about 10 years now. And he likes, I mean, he knows how I like to sound. Like, he knows how I like vocals. And yeah, I just feel super comfy with him.
I think the recording engineer is like the most underrated part of the team.
Definitely. Yeah. And they get treated crazy sometimes.
I know,
I've
right?
seen these artists like go fucking berserk on the engineers.
Yeah, like I feel like there needs to be like a guild or something. Like, you know, how do they have PGA or
Mm-hmm.
SAG? Like, we need that in music.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think music is like it's like a wild, wild west, right? It still is.
Oh yeah, it is. It's kind of sad too. I feel bad for some of the like the producers and songwriters and all that stuff because they work so hard and they create and sometimes they just never reap the benefits of it at all because they'll let somebody come in the studio, hear some beats. One of my, homegirls, like she's a producer and she let some artists come in and they're pretty popular too. And they'll take the beats and they'll put it out and she try to hit them up. They don't respond. She see they songs going crazy, and of course, you can go through the whole process of having to go to court and all this. But if you're not really like a producer who's made a lot of money, then you're gonna have to spend all this money on legal fees. So it's just kind of messed up, you know?
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. But even they like to play, like it's, even producers and songwriters, they also play games.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I've seen that happen 1,000 times.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the names, but some of them are interesting.
Yeah.
Like, oh well, I got this loop off to the internet, and like, you're gonna do everything else now. I'm like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So you didn't even make the loop. You got off the internet,
Exactly.
and now I'm doing all your work, and you're gonna put your name on. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yep, they have their little minions up under them, create stuff, and I think that's fair. That's fine. It's like a business, but yeah, I've had very many different interactions with producers who did some shady stuff. So,
I would say at least 40%.
yeah, and then you end up just having to scrap the song, start over, find a new beat. That's the world we live in, right?
Yeah, welcome to the industry.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna be easy, but I guess before I came in, I thought like my talent is going to overcome the odds. You know, that kind of naive dream. And then I learned, it's really more about how you play the game.
For sure. I agree. 100%. Yep.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you know how to play the game at this point.
Well, I just get in where I fit in. I stay in my lane. I don't really, do too much. And I'm just coasting through it.
No, I mean, I believe that's this life and period. Like, if you're not coasting through, I mean, you're supposed to work, but yeah, things need to all this work smoothly.
Yeah,
If you're fighting against the current, what's the point?
exactly.
It means something's wrong.
Something is off for sure. Yeah.
That's like sometimes, opportunities come. I mean, I don't think they're opportunities, but they come before me and I say no.
Yeah.
This is at odds with what I'm doing, so I'm going to say no. I don't care who you are
Yeah.
or what it is. It doesn't matter. That's just my belief. Maybe I could be, at least for,
No, I mean, you have to be like that. You can't just say okay to everything that comes in front of you. You know, that's why people end up in certain positions. So,
but I love it when they get a meltdown over it. Like, "Oh, why are you crying on the phone? What's wrong? Are you okay? Or are you having a tantrum?"
right.
I do. I get a little kick. I gotta admit.
You do?
Yeah, when seeing them break down, like,
Yeah,
man,
no.
you don't have to break down.
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're a little cruel.
Yeah. Hey, he was the one who caused it. Was he started it, not me.
Yeah.
He was the one being greedy,
Yeah.
right? I mean, he knew what he was offering me isn't actually a good offer, but he's trying to. But they're trying to sell you on something that has no value. So
Right.
watching you break down over that when I called you up,
Yeah.
of course I mean, it's a little bit of justice in you.
For sure. I feel you.
It's trying to have a little more I think this world needs to have a little more justice. We're all looking for that. So it's even a tiny bit makes me happy.
Got you. Yeah.
Because what they go around and they scam people.
Yes.
They sell them on dreams.
Yeah. And it's, a lot of people, they don't really understand terminology. They don't understand what they're getting themselves into. And I think it's a very vulnerable space for artists and producers or just anybody in that industry to be in. Like if somebody is trying to sell them a dream, because most of the time people are very passionate about being in this industry. So it's really disheartening. Like when I come across people who are like that, like I feel like it's evil.
No, it is evil.
Yeah.
So I always, some people even call it dogmatic. I'm like, I consider you evil.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like you're not even close to being a hero. If you prey on people, you're evil.
You're evil. Period. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that? Whoever you are, you probably don't even know what you are, but that's what you are.
Stay the hell away from us.
Yeah, stay away from the people of this world. We don't want you here. Well, you take that for that can mean many things. That's up to you to decide. You just got to stop doing whatever you're doing. Then you know what you're doing. Trust me, you know.
Yeah, they know.
Yep. Say that Drake song, headlines.
That part. Exactly.
Hey, he has a different sound now.
It does.
Drake,
Okay.
Aubrey. I call him Aubrey.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Aubrey Graham.
Okay. You like Drake?
I do like Drake. I don't love everything he does, but
Yeah.
I think he was innovative, and people forget that Drake was innovative.
Mm-hmm.
Like he made a new sound. That's
Yeah, for
pretty
sure. I
impressive.
think people give that to him, but everything has its wave and time and era and all that kind of stuff. But I still appreciate some Drake.
Yeah, I just want him to stop doing this whisper thing that he's doing. Like, please stop. Because you know why? Because Smiley is writing for him. I don't know if you know Smiley. Just saying. So there's a song called Over the Top, and Smiley, that's how he sounds. He's writing, I think he's writing for Drake.
Oh, got it.
So now Drake is doing that.
Okay.
But like, I never asked you to do this. And I'm like, why do you want to do this to me?
Right.
Smiley, he sounds interesting.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to research that.
Yeah, but I think it's ghostwriting.
Yeah.
I have nothing against that. I don't think there's any problem with ghostwriters.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either, because sometimes people, you can't really, you can develop an artist, you can kind of create an artist, but there are some people who have the bars, they got all that, but they just cannot completely become an artist. You know what I'm saying? So there's some different elements. Like you can't just give somebody a page or raps and they just anybody can't just take a song and redo it. It takes a special type of talent to be able to make it your own and make it sound like something.
Like, and they have so many great art, like Dr. Dre,
Mm-hmm.
good example. Ghostwrite, a lot of ghostwriting.
Yeah.
Even Kanye West,
Yeah.
Drake.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
probably even Future.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, Future. I've
I
been
don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people.
I've
You
been
know.
kind of making fun. I've been making fun of him on all these episodes for some reason,
Really?
even though he's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, you've been picking on him a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm picking on the free bands general as he calls himself,
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Pluto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Future as an artist. I've watched him like grow. You know. So
yeah. I mean, he came a long way from Dirty Sprite 1 to what he's doing now. He sounds very different.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But he's the reason why I kind of got into that. That I don't know if you would consider that a new like Atlanta sound, but Future was kind of one of the first artists that I heard with that sound and that vibe. It was just different from me to hear that coming from the West Coast. I'm like, oh, I like this. Like this different, you know. So, but yeah, he definitely sounds different.
I mean, I kind of see Future as like a bridge between Goody Mob and the old auto-tune era. I think he kind of combined it.
Okay.
Like he still has the flows from like that you could hear on the Outkast album, but you have the melodies.
Yeah, for sure.
So I still feel like Future brings like that classic energy that a lot of other artists don't have.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Like for example, like Gunna and Future, like it's Gunna is very new Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Future is like this sounds
It's
classic.
kind of a staple now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I love Future. Well, not in that way, but
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Future.
Yeah.
So what would he do if Future came here and like what would he do?
I say, what's up?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I wonder what he would say.
They say, what up, man?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes like, the only Future I know is like the one in the socks. So like, I'm pretty sure he's very different.
Oh, no, he cool.
Yeah,
Cool dude. Yeah.
I always picture him making like singing his ad libs in real life.
Oh, yeah, no, he probably won't say very many words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of what I expect from him. Yeah, I don't think he's a big talker.
Yeah. Not from what I've experienced, but yeah, he cool though.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Smart guy. Yeah.
I just want him to just like, you know how he does it. I don't want to get that. I don't know if he does that when he only does it when he raps. So.
I'm not gonna. I don't know.
But you know, he has those ad libs.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's so confident
Yeah.
to like put those out,
Yeah.
and
for
but it
sure.
sounds good.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't be. Well, I try. I mean, I'm inspired to do that because of him.
Yeah, exactly. I really do remember like one of the first times I heard him recording in the studio, I was a little bit like, what? And then when it all came together, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's lit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't notice that whole Future. He's repetitive. He does the same thing twice. Like I don't think he does. I think he's always doing something new.
I just, I never really am that person to criticize artists at all because, again, like it's somebody for everybody. You can pick the person that you think is like the most trash artist and they're going to have a fan base. Somebody likes it.
Tom McDonald.
I don't even know who that is.
He makes MAGA raps.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, he's from Canada, but he makes MAGA raps. Doesn't make any sense. As a Canadian, but
Yeah.
why not? I think he had a song about how he's not racist. He's like, I'm not racist. No, that's what it's called, not racist.
I'm sure he has a fan base.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably hit 1 million views on something.
Oh, yeah, he has.
Well, exactly.
Well, he's always yelling. It's like, I could put this in a politically correct way. It's Caucasian rap.
Okay, for sure. I mean, you didn't even have to say that. I got that,
Yeah.
I 100% got it.
So have you ever put on Caucasian rap?
Never, unless it's Eminem.
Okay. And then I don't really listen to it either.
Yeah, nah.
But some people say Travis Scott kind of is in that area.
Okay, I don't really listen to Travis Scott either.
So it's not lit.
Huh?
It's not lit.
I think it is, but it's just not. Like, I have a very small capacity for the things that I'm able to consume, especially now that I'm a mother. Because when I get in my car, I probably only have 30 minutes a day to listen to something. And so I can't fit everything in, Most of the time, I don't even try to indulge in new music or new artists. I'll just go to what I know is going to get me there and a good vibe. So I'll probably have to put on some 90s and 2000s rap, R&B or whatever, just so that I can confirm that I'm going to feel the way that I'm going to feel when I get out this car. But I will tell you, lately, your girl has been on that NBA Young Boys, and I never thought I would be saying that ever.
Yeah, you're NBA young boy.
Yeah, I've been listening to it.
Yeah, you're hurting Travis Scott's feelings. Like you listen to
Why?
NBA, but you don't listen to me.
Well, maybe I'll try it now.
Yeah.
Send me a playlist. Let me know what songs I should be listening.
I call him Travie Patty.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No.
Because he did a McDonald's collaboration. Like he had a Travis Scott meal. So his name is Travie Patty.
Okay, Travie Patty.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should call him Travie. You probably wouldn't like it, but I want to call him Travie Patty.
I don't think you should do that. I don't recommend.
That's more my one regret. I only met him one time.
Yeah.
It was very brief.
Yeah.
You say, "Hey man, good to meet you. I got a little smoke," and like, yeah, it sounds like Travis Scott.
Exactly. Yeah.
He has a, but it's actually amazing. He seems like a normal guy. You meet him, and then he goes on stage, and now you feel like he's an artist. But you know, that's what we do. Entertainers do.
For sure. Yeah. Yep.
I had an embarrassing Travis Scott story, but we don't have time for that.
Next time on part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed this so.
Yeah. I was about to reference a tweet you made. You know, my AI, I did a little research.
Okay.
It brought up a tweet. Short N-words have an attitude.
I can confirm that.
So do I have an attitude?
I would never refer to you as a N.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You got the loophole. Yeah, but I was trying to find out where can I put this tweet. Yeah, I was trying to get you off balance, but I was nice, but I did it for that.
Okay.
Yeah, the AI is like, you got to talk about that. Okay, I don't know about that, but thanks for pulling it up for me.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. You can do that. It just goes through your Twitter.
Really?
I just type in, basically just give me a brief rundown on who I'm speaking to, and you can do that.
Okay. I'm gonna try that. I might actually just delete my whole X account because I don't want nobody pulling no old shit. Probably said some wild shit in my days on X. So thanks for reminding me. I'm about to go delete that as soon as I get up out of here.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Well, thank you for coming here. We're all excited to see what you do next.
Yeah.
And mind over matter.
That's right. Thanks for having me on my
Of course.
work matter. Yeah.